Good afternoon and welcome to our second Employer Live event. I can see people starting to watch now, which is great. Welcome. Hopefully this is nice and clear. If somebody can just give me the thumbs up that you can hear me okay and see me okay, that's great. Hi Catherine. So you might have joined us this morning when I spoke to Elite Home Care and I just asked them a few questions. They have got jobs in Edinburgh at the moment. Very clear, that's good, thank you for confirming that. They've got jobs at the moment and we just allowed an opportunity for people to ask some questions as well. Now, what we are saying, because I am Kelly, I work for Next Step project in Edinburgh. It's Community Renewal is the organisation, and we support people who are looking for jobs. The support doesn't cost anything to you. We are funded. We work with employers across Edinburgh as well, so we would hope to match people into suitable jobs. It might be that you need help with your CV. You might need help to practice for an interview. It might be, obviously, challenging times at the moment. You might have been made redundant recently and looking for something completely different. So we're aware in Next Step Edinburgh, we are aware that the areas where there are jobs at the moment and there are going to be jobs coming up, that the areas would be in health and social care, so that's why we were talking to Elite Care this morning, and also food retail, so we're going to be talking to Scotmid today, and we're talking to People's Energy tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So if you joined us this morning, thank you so much for coming back. And if you didn't, it's on the Facebook page anyway, so you can look at the video and find out what Elite Care had to say. Good afternoon, hi, welcome people. A few more people joining us, that's great. So if you don't know about us, if you haven't connected with us before, like I say, we offer free support and advice for people looking for jobs in Edinburgh. You can give us a phone and you can register. Our number is 0300 365 0025. Do give us a like on the Facebook page and you will become aware of any events that come up. And there's lots of hints and tips that we've been putting up over the last few months when we've all been working at home. So we have got Erin, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to bring Erin in onto camera. And Erin is from Scotmid, so they have got jobs available at the moment. And do feel free. So I can see that I can add Erin there. That's great. It's all happening smoothly. Hello.
Hi, how are you? I'm all right. I'm excited to be here.
Everybody that's watching, we just confirm that you can hear both myself and Erin, and then we'll get cracking and we can ask you some questions. A thumbs up or something like that in the comments would be great if you can hear us both. So we'll just get started, and if there's a problem then we can stop and we can adjust. So Erin, you work for Scotmid. We've got a few people watching today. That's great. Thank you, Catherine, for confirming so they can hear us. You work for Scotmid. Now, probably people watching will have been into their local Scotmid, but there's maybe a couple of areas of Scotmid that have jobs that people are not aware of. Can you just tell us a little bit about Scotmid?
Yes, so I think you've probably hit the nail on the head there. Everyone just thinks that there's just a little Scotmid in their little village and things, where we actually have 300 retail outlets across Scotland, the North of England and Northern Ireland. We actually have like a little Scotmid family, so we have Scotmid Food, Semichem is in our little family, we have Scotmid Funerals, we have Lakes and Dales, which is down in Northern Ireland, which is again in the food retail industry, and we also have post offices and our property division, as well as having our more admin based um, office in Newbridge where I work. I work in the HR department. So yeah, there's actually a wide range of jobs that you can get in the Scotmid family, and as you said, I don't think many people know about it. Before I worked in Scotmid, I just thought Scotmid was a lone brand, but it's not. We actually have quite a lot of aspects to it. We are a cooperative, so that sort of sets us apart from different retail industries. We tend, instead of profiting, instead of making profits for our shareholders, we tend to put it back into the community and sort of do good. You can become a Scotland member, and they're sort of run by the members run Scotland, so sort of they can pick our charity and things like that. Charity of the year this year it's chest, heart and stroke. Yeah, so it's a really nice place to work actually. You sort of feel like you're giving back to the community and things, which is really nice. It's sort of it's boosts their morale, definitely I would say.
That's good. I mean, I think probably people might not be aware that Semichem are part of the family as well,
Yeah.
funeral care. So what kind of jobs have you got available at the moment? I mean, people are hopefully watching from the Edinburgh area, so they'll know about the customer service jobs, but can you give us just a bit of information about what the customer service jobs are or anything else that's available?
So the customer service roles are probably, we advertise for them all the time, as I said, across Scotland and things. But the Edinburgh ones, they're our busiest region. It's just with tourism, things like that, they're our busiest stores. Currently we've got a few in Raffles Station and Stockbridge at the moment, but as I said, this could change by tomorrow. We could have a few more. So customer service assistants, they mostly do stock filling, so stacking shelves, working on tills, working on food to go, working through the back. It's a good sort of job to start off with in the retail industry, I would say, if you're interested, because it's a good starting job to then build up if you want to. If you want to progress into management and things, we tend to do that in Scotland. We don't tend to advertise it everywhere. If we have someone who we think that we can promote to say a supervisor or a senior team leader, we will do that. We tend to do that with a lot of our manager roles as well. But I would say our customer service assistant role is the most popular, and I think a lot of our customer service assistants have fun in store as well. It's not every day is different, so it's quite a fast-paced working environment. So you're never going to be in and do the same thing all the time. It's always different. Our stores are very busy and things, so yeah, I think it's a good place to start out in the food retail industry. We do have a couple of supervisor roles, not specifically in Edinburgh just now, but yeah, we have a few of them going. We also have our senior team leaders, which are sort of like a mini manager almost. So they deal with the recruitment things, disciplinary stuff, things like that. Because sometimes we have one manager that oversees a few stores. So if they're at another store, the senior team leaders will sort of take their place and things. For that, in Semichem, our most popular roles are sort of the sales assistants. We then have senior sales assistants, and then it goes to a deputy manager and then manager. Um, all of our Semichem stores are now open, so recruitment is going to start picking up again in Semichem just because we had a few store closures just with everything that's going on just now.
Great.
So yeah, that's a little rundown of the rules and things.
And then you mentioned about you would maybe recruit from within for some of your management positions. So has Scotland got like a training program that if somebody wanted to just start at entry level and then work their way up, if somebody was feeling quite ambitious and that's what they wanted to do, is there a program that they'd be taken through?
Yes, so we do the Grow program. So this is for people that are supervisor level, and then they're sort of built up and put through a course that'll teach you all like the skills you need to be like a manager and things. As I said, like the recruitment process, the disciplinary process, loads of things like that. It's sort of like a really in-depth course. I think it takes, I can't remember how long it is off the top of my head, but it's something that we don't shout about enough. A lot of our manager roles, we don't tend to look elsewhere. We tend to be like, right, okay, this person's been through the Grow program. They showed that they had really good skills, good ambition and things. We'll put them forward for that. I think it's a really good thing to do. We left it last year just because, like, we didn't do it last year just because we had so much good feedback from it, and we had a lot of people that were put through it who we didn't actually have enough stores. So we sort of had to take a step back last year, but it's back up and running this year. So yeah, if you feel like you do have that drive and things to maybe start off at CSA level, and then if you do get promoted to supervisor, we'll definitely put you through the Grow program if you show that you want to do it. We love to sort of push people to the best of what they can be.
Oh, that's great. That sounds like a really nice company to work for.
Yeah.
What we would say as well is because you guys are always letting us know jobs that come up or get them up, and it changes all the time. Let us know about driver positions and admin positions.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't as available as the customer service. They do become available. So what we would
Yeah.
is if you're not already registered with us, register with us, and then recommend you for some of these jobs that come in, and we would be the ones that would be looking out for you on your and I'll give you the number for us again at the end. What about somebody's asking about qualifications and skills? So is there anything that you would look for beforehand for somebody applying?
It's not essential. We don't really look for specific things, but a lot. What we do tend to look for is if you've got a little bit of background in food retail or retail in general. That sort of helps, sort of like an advantage when applying. But we don't look for specific things. It doesn't matter how many qualifications or anything you've got. Just as long as sort of you're friendly, enthusiastic, and want to go far in the food retail industry. Yeah, so there's not really anything. I know a lot of people stress out about that, but we're sort of willing to take on anyone who just has that bit of ambition, some good communication skills, and yeah, if you do have any background in sort of like food safety or health and safety qualifications, that is a bonus. But we don't. It's not mandatory. I know you guys sort of help push people to be put forward for those qualifications and things, which I think is great. We did a recruitment fair with you guys previously, and a few people have said that they've been put through it from you guys, and it's brilliant. And that is a big advantage if you do have those things. But as I said, it's not essential. We will put you through them as well if you do get the job.
And so, if there's anybody that's watching at the moment that perhaps have tried to go for these types of jobs and maybe not getting anywhere, do give us a shout, and we can maybe have a look at or help you with applications, so that the focus is on this type of job. Especially if you've done something really quite different before, we can help you look at your transferable skills and how to use those. And as Erin was saying there, it would be a real bonus if you had your food hygiene certificate or something like that, because you are working with. And you've got hot food counters, haven't you? I believe your pie.
Yeah.
Not yours personally.
Yeah. Well, actually, this week is Burger Week, so if you are in Scotland, then it's buy one get one free on burgers. So yeah, our food to go is sort of taken off quite a lot. We actually in Rathel there is a food to go assistant role going just now. So that is you're more catered just to hot food there. You're not really a customer service assistant.
Yeah.
You're more just dealing with your hot food. So if you are into food as opposed to the customer service side of things, that would be a fab role to go for. As opposed to just a normal customer service where you might be doing the hot food stuff, but a food to go assistant, and they're becoming more popular as well in our stores because more stores are getting a bigger variety of things and the wing and rib bars, things like that. So yeah, that is sort of taking off in Scotland. That's sort of our new big project.
And we can help people to have a look at if they wanted to do a food hygiene certificate to give them the best possible chance. We can look at
Yeah.
to do this, and if there's any little grants or funding available, we can help you to apply for these as well. So give us a shout. Just one last thing, Erin, and feel free, anybody that's watching, if you've got a question. Actually, I've maybe got a couple more for you, Erin. What
No,
do you have? Is it set shifts? Is it a range? Is it part-time, full-time?
We tend to have a range of shifts depending on store to store. Mostly, I would say we sort of, for customer service assistant, 16 hours is sort of our general shift that a lot of stores look for because it tends to be 4 days a week, but then it could also be broken down into 2 8-hour shifts a week. We're sort of pretty flexible with shifts if you're going to be flexible with us, if you know what I mean. So if you are maybe at school and you can only do weekends or after school, then we'll try and accommodate as best as we can. I know as well with mums, if you're a working mum, trying to fit it around school times, again we try and accommodate that as best we can. Our managers are normally pretty accommodating to these things because it's stuff that everyone deals with at the end of the day. Not all shifts can be accommodated. It's just sort of how our stores work, but definitely if you're in your interview, give your availability, try and be as flexible as you can, and we'll do the exact same back. Yeah, more senior level positions, they're mostly full time. Sometimes you will come across a part time supervisor level, but mostly I would say they are full time 39-hour hours.
And somebody's asking, do you offer the personal license to sell alcohol training?
Yes, we do. So for that you do have to be 18, just for the licensing laws and things. We do put people through that. I've been put through that, and I don't even work in store. It's sort of just we offer a really good training program. We put people through their food hygiene certificates, through the personal license. We do health and safety. We do a lot of things. It's best that we get as many people in store as we can to do these licensing qualifications, just so that you're not having a supervisor or someone shadowing you every time you have to make an alcohol sale, if you know what I mean. But as I said, you do have to be 18 to be put through that. So that's our only thing. But yes, we do. We put people through.
And is there any other staff perks? No, you shouldn't ask that at interview, but I'm going to ask you now so people.
So we offer a competitive salary. So it's for customer service assistants, it is minimum wage. As you move up into more management level, it depends on store turnover, and your salary will sort of be based on that. We offer a discount card that you can use in all of the Scotmid families. So you can use it in funerals, post office, Senchem, things like that. That is a qualifying period of 6 months. After a year of working with Scotmid, you can apply to become a shareholder in the company, which I think is really good. You can put in however much you want, and yeah, that is you sort of until you opt out of it. My granddad used to work for Scotmid years and years and years ago, and he's actually a shareholder in Scotmid, so it just shows it's a really good thing that you can have. You can become a community member. You can get a community connect card. We offer quite a few perks. So yeah, that's
Fine.
I think that's the main one that we offer just now. Yeah.
And how does somebody apply then? It's an application form. For you guys?
yes, so you can either go into the store and ask for an application form, just speak to a member of management, say you've seen a vacancy and you'd like to apply. You can either do it that way, or you can go onto our website. We advertise all our vacancies there. We advertise them on our Facebook page and on Job Centre as well. We also send a little job bulletin um, to you guys at Next Step. So if you want to go through that way, you can go through that way and they'll feedback whoever wants to apply. Also, you can email recruitment@scotmid.co.uk with your CV and the job reference number, and we'll send that over to the manager. Because as I said, all our managers do our recruitment, so we're sort of like the middleman in HR, and we'll send them all across to the manager. So there's quite a few ways to apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever suits you is the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's been useful to people who are watching. I'm going to say cheerio and then I will just leave the number. So thank you, Erin. Hopefully you get some good candidates. Enjoy the rest of your.
Hopefully.
Okay, so that's great. Hopefully that's generated some interest. Do get in contact with us if you need help with the application form, or like I say, to restyle your CV, or if you just want to get any personal recommendations from yourself to Scotmid. Like I say, we do talk to them regularly, so we become aware of jobs just before they're about to go live. And we can prepare you for them. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. The weather is a little bit better, so certainly where I am it's dried up. Please feel free to tag anybody that's maybe not been able to join this morning, but this afternoon, sorry, but that might be interested in learning about some of these jobs. And we will be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock to talk to people's energy. So for any questions that we haven't been able to answer, do give us a phone or leave them on the Facebook page and we can come back. I'll post the video there. We are 0300 365 0025 and it is a service that is of no cost to you guys, and we will work with you to find suitable employment. All right, thanks so much and have a great day.